around in my head. Just looking for a creative outlet. Maybe get myself somewhere in life. Love music, y'all.
Grim Reaper, for help like that, again, I would suggest you become a super fan, and things like that are really going to be more accessible for people. I have had a lot of people DMing me since the beginning of the stereo journey, looking for helps with this, that, and the third, and I ain't mad at y'all either. I want to help y'all, and we can help y'all. So just become a super fan, and there's things like, I'll give access as far as like communication. Like, I can't text everybody, Maddie. Don't you feel like that too? Like, is everybody trying to text you and stuff?
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Like, yeah, no, you said nobody wants to talk to you.
No, I'm kidding.
That shit, he's mine, y'all. He just mine as y'all. But the thing is in our real life, we already have demands and stuff that require us to text and call. And then when you come into the business part of it, people want help in that. You know what I'm saying? There's no problem. But become a super fan, and that shit comes a little bit easier. You can get maybe direct access on fucking voice messages, phone calls, stuff like that, helpful stuff that we're not going to do on record, you know what I mean? Because we got a show to do right now, dog.
Right.
Grim Reaper, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? That's a good idea. Keep working on it. All I can tell you, one thing that you definitely got to have is consistency. You know what I mean? Stay consistent with this shit. Be about that life.
I'm actually about to go buy myself another coffee. I'm feeling the iced coffee.
Ice coffee, too cold.
I didn't know she was going to do that, y'all. I apologize.
Right. I review the fucking terms and conditions that people don't want to read. By the way, Rashad, I'm at 27.
Ooh. Big follows. Okay. Yo, I only have 15 subscriptions. I thought I was more lit than that. I thought I had more juice. But you know what? It's okay. I'm not tripping. Maybe I got to really give a demonstration to y'all about what you can get when you become a super fan, besides getting your messages pushed up, besides being able to make me a pinata and tease me and shit like that. You know what I mean? There's some things you can get.
At Rashad Radio, what's good, bro? It's been a minute since I've been on stereo. How you been? How's the family? How's your business going?
Love is love, bro. Make sure you follow Matty Wash and Tony. We're about to get this thing started.
Yo, y'all better start clapping it up. Clap it up when you're waiting for your comment. Clap it up when your comment is rolling. Clap it up for other people when their comments are rolling. Rashad Radio, good vibes. Let's get it. Follow and follow back.
Appreciate that, man. It's such love, man. You can't be mad at that.
Hey, Jay, what's good? It's been a minute since I've been out here. How you been? Also, what's up to you too, Matty Wash?
Thank you very much.
How's your family? How's your friends? How's your life?
Here we go. Everybody, how you doing, Matty Wash? Let's get to you. I've been talking a lot. How you doing?
That's all right. Everything is great. I'm back from my trip. I got a lot of things in the works. I figure once I get my subscribe button, what I'm working on right now is a course, trying to figure out if I'm going to do like 10 days, 1 hour a day, how to get your investment, your portfolio off the ground or something along those lines. And I'm going to do this course. I'm going to, part of my subscription, if you subscribe to me, then I'm going to take that money off the price of the course. And usually every day, I'm going to put people on my Discord. I spend usually about an hour to maybe an hour and a half watching YouTube videos on what's going on with my companies. So I figured people can hang out and watch the stream with me and see where I get most of my information from. And that's about it. That's what's going on. Working on it.
All right, that sounds good. You're back from the A, right? No longer in the ATL no more?
I am home. We drove back home Friday. We did a show with Ra on the way. My driver was very angry at me for talking for 3 hours straight, but you know, I was like, what else are we gonna do? Sit in this car.
Wait, your driver or your passenger?
No, I was the passenger.
Why is that?
Because I can't drive and do my show.
Really?
Yeah. You know.
Would you not advise doing that, y'all? Would you? I used to do that, just so y'all know. That was my MO in the beginning days. I used to ride around in the whip and just do a show. And then I was like, all right, I like this shit. I need to get organized. I need to get my equipment, but I need to get the Rashad radio machine.
Yeah, I know you used to drive around because you used to lose me. Every time I lived the continent, you go under a bridge or a tunnel or something.
You was like, Rashad doesn't want my shit to be played. He's hating on me. I love the fucking progression that I got with certain people, man. But I remember that shit too.
But
that's funny, man.
Yeah. The no, I like to have, like, right now we're gonna talk about Dogecoin in a minute, so I got it open on my screen. Like, I like to have my laptop going, and things going on in the background while we're talking, so I can make sure what I'm saying is correct.
For real.
Yeah,
right.
I don't like saying falsehoods. Yeah, we were talking about I've been working on coming up with a vehicle. So, if I want to do straight solar, if I want to turn the stereo thing into a full-time deal, I'm not sure. So I had to reverse engineer my life and start with the end in mind, and then work my way backwards to see which is going to work out the best, which is how I do things. So that was what I was talking about, showing that screen. I started off with doing 100 dreams, and then I turned those dreams into goals, and then I take those goals and break them down to plans, and then implementation time. That's how it works.
All right.
I know.
I ain't mad at that. Can't be mad at that. Goals and execution. I have struggles with that because sometimes I set too many goals. Some people might relate. You got to get them done though. If you do write them down, you think that helps?
Oh, it's not a goal unless it's written down. Don't count. There's a rule for goals. They got to be measurable. They have to have a time frame, means they have to end at a certain point. They have to be written down, and you have to share them with other people. If you haven't done
Shout out to Stereo, talking about sharing.
Yeah.
Stereo is sharing my story right now, so big up to them for sharing this Rashad Radio stuff going on with me and Matty W.I.S.E. I'll see you. Yeah, I need to do that. I wrote down some goals, but we're gonna let you talk. We're not talking about myself, right?
That's so one of the I have this book that by Matthew Kelly. It's called The Dream Manager. It's one of my top 10 book picks, and it talks about, you start off with making 100 dreams. It's like most people, they don't sit down and really expand themselves. Like if you say, hey, if I can give you everything you want right now, people don't even know what that is. They complain that they don't have what they want, but they don't know what they want. And so by doing the 100 dreams, it really expands your mind. Like, you really have to dive deep. And then he gives like all these categories, like, what are your donation dreams? What are your legacy dreams? What are your family, dreams? What would you like to see that? Like, obviously money, material wealth, that kind of stuff. But like, what are your experiential dreams? What do you want to experience in your life? As far as so he really pulls it out of you, and you sit down, you do like 100, and then you rank them, its importance, 1, 2, or 3. 1 meaning this is what I really want.
Forgive me.
Go ahead.
Can you run this back just for the people that might have just came in here, and for myself as well? Because I'm digging the concept a whole bunch.
Okay.
Where did we get started from you talking about this? Is this something that you posted recently?
Well, the book is called The Dream Manager. It's a very short book. It's only, actually, I got it right here. How many pages is in this junk?
This is not what you're writing. You're writing this book?
No, this is the book I read, and then I do the exercise. I've been doing it for a long time. It's like 150 pages if somebody wants to see it.
I was mistaken for a second. I was like, yo, hold on for a second, man. It's crazy. You're writing this dope-ass book. But I'm not saying that you can't do it, but that's mad interesting. Who's the author of that, Joe?
Matthew Kelly.
All right.
Yeah. If you go to ilovemattywash.com and you look on my book section, it's in there.
Okay.
So
check that out. Make sure y'all follow that, Joe.
Yeah, it's only like $10, but he helps you do the exercise, and so the exercise is you take an hour. I used to do it with my team. He talked about doing it with his company, and you write out 100. You don't dreams. The difference between a dream and a goal. A dream is just something. It can be an abstract. So, for example, you could say something like, I want to be healthy. All right. So being healthy is not a goal, it's a dream, right? It's a byproduct of your goal. So if you have, I want to be healthy, and then one of your goals might be to lose, 30 pounds. Another goal might be, to jog a marathon or a half marathon or something like that. So being healthy is a byproduct of those goals. So that could be like a dream, but a goal is a specific, I'm going to do this by that date. I can definitely say I hit it or I didn't hit it. And that's a point of a goal. So you start with your dreams first.
My goal is to be you know what I'm saying, a super mega producer that, you know what I'm saying, makes hip hop beats for rappers, but a dream.
Well, that's a dream. That's the dream.
With Snoop. That's the dream.
That's the dream, right? Because that's not a it's not a physical, tangible thing, right? You would only be able to, you know, if I say I want to be rich, okay, well, I could say I'm rich right now if I want to. You know, there's no definition. There's no, it's an abstract. So what you just said is an abstract. But then you would say, now you would break down goals, like what are the things that you want to do and by what time that's going to get that, make you feel the way that that dream, you know, what that, you know, what you said, a producer with clout and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what the words you said.
Yeah, like people want the beats. They want a highly sought after producer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was gonna say the dream of it was to be like actually smoking and chilling with Snoop somewhere, listening to the joint. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I misunderstood. It's kind of hard to differentiate.
No, Snoop. So like, I have things in my dreams as far as people I want to meet. Like, I have Andrew Yang, I have Dave Chappelle, I have Neil deGrasse Tyson, Elon Musk. So that is you can set that as a goal. I would like to meet Snoop in the next 3 years.
Right.
That's a goal. Right?
Because
you either hit it in 3 years or you didn't. Right?
But then what's the dream?
So a dream is
doing what you do.
So the dream is just is the byproduct, right? So if I say I want to be rich versus I want to have $10,000 in passive income each month by the end of 2022, all right? So I guess I would be rich if I had $10,000 of passive income every month. That's my definition of rich. But I can't say at any point I'm rich. Now I'm rich. I mean, that's just an abstract thought. So it's a dream. There's no failing that. There's no failing. You know, you can't say, okay, I'm rich now. Well, what does that mean? There's no definition of it. Does that make sense? So
I'm rich with love. I'm rich with abundance of character.
Right. Yeah. It's not a tangible thing. So your goals are tangible things. I'm going after this. You know, I'm going to win the Super Bowl versus I'm going to be a successful football player.
Okay. All right. See what you're cooking. You have some messages waiting for this before we get started. Let's see what Billy J's talking about.
You know that you're one of the most lit motherfuckers on this app. Stop playing yourself, okay? Stop playing yourself. That's all I gotta say. Your sound is impeccable. No one's even near close to it, even though there's a lot of people trying. Never gonna happen.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
I like that.
Antonio, wow, it's been a minute for real. We'll definitely come back, okay? I'm gonna be in El Salvador and I'm gonna be randomly calling my people here on the app whenever I have internet over there. So, yeah, you'll be seeing me around, but I'll be officially back May 25th. But this Tuesday, I got my show with my girl M Spectacular. You definitely want to tune into that.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Big up to MJG and Spectacular. We get into the messages real quick before we continue on with the show. No Fomo.
I still do it. Yeah, for sure. I just tell somebody else to do the comments. That's it. They play the comments, and I'm just out here, you know, driving, doing my thing.
Yeah.
Or I'm even leaving comments when I'm driving. I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Yo, I remember that shit. Every time he be in there, he be driving, chilling, vibing, a dead spot, and he'll freeze up. And then the co-host would have to play a comment so we wouldn't lose everybody.
It's come a long way, y'all. You know? I'm glad y'all remember that shit. I'm glad y'all stuck with me a long way, y'all.
Rashad, Maddie, I shared the video, a little clip of this on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook.
Damn.
Much love.
Thank you, Antonio. Thank you very much.
Awesome, yo.
Can you share this to TikTok?
So you were saying, I didn't know you could do that. I guess there's an option for that.
I guess I'm gonna check it out.
TikTok. I'm out of all the social media platforms out there. I'm not familiar with TikTok or Parler.
I don't do Parlor. TikTok, I do, if anyone wants to see me on TikTok, I do Walking with Matt. And I do 1 minute financial stuff. So it's interesting.
I've been taking little sneak disses at all the Parlor people that I've been seeing on the app lately. It was fun. But anyways, that's not what we're doing right now. No FOMO.
Yeah, we got to be careful also not to talk about our age. Amelia J is going to have 16 snippets up on her.
Right, you saw that shit? That shit was hilarious. I was like, wow.
That was very funny. All right.
That's why I got my hat on backwards. I'm perpetrating the youthful look today. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like a sports guy today.
Gotcha. Yeah. Sports, whatever. Sports, what do they call themselves? Sports
on stereo.
Sports on stereo.
They're sports podcasters and all that shit. But where were we? We were getting off topic because I'm being silly. No FOMO part 3, part 4.
I did want to.
Make sure y'all follow and subscribe.
I wanted to talk about Dogecoin. I'm curious. Did you talk to Bitcoin earlier today?
We did. I didn't talk much about Doge with him because we were making a coin on BitCloud, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, now listen. When it comes to the Dogecoin and me, you guys don't think I'm out here like faking, like I'm throwing stupid amounts of money, or like I even have that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what's going on. I'm just a regular guy trying to get it. That's why I need y'all to make them subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that, but it'd be nice because it's gonna help out. We're gonna do things with subscriptions as well. But anyways, when it comes to Dogecoin, I'm just doing a little bit of money here and there of the cryptocurrency. And Doge was very, very, very inexpensive at one point. It still is relatively inexpensive if you guys understand the way this shit works. But I'm not acting like I understand the way it works. I'm still learning. That's why I got Matty W.I.S.E here to tell you about the science of the market and the fluctuations and this, that, and the third. Because I think myself, yes, that's me, Rashad Radio, I think I actually was a victim of being FOMO. And I make a show called No FOMO, y'all. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah. It's tough. Look, you get FOMO'd all the time because you hear things, and it's just the key with the stock market, and the same with as I'm learning more, because I'm not as crypto savvy yet, although I'm learning more and more, is you want to be there before it happens. You don't want to be there when you're hearing it happen.
Right.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
When you wake up and you see me posting stuff to get in and catch in with everybody that's posting stuff, like, yo, look what we're doing. Right.
We
probably did something, but we're a little late to the party too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people are really cleaning up when this thing happens, cleaned up already and got up out of there, and that's probably why it's crashing, right?
So I'll explain to you how it works. What typically happens is there's the financial institutions. So understand that there's people who have big money, all right, like hundreds of millions of dollars that they put into this stuff, financial corporations and institutional investors. This happens in the stock market, and it also happens in crypto. And it's easier to do it in crypto right now because the prices are so low. In the stock market, it's called market manipulation, all right? So if a whole bunch of people put money in, when a whole bunch of people buy something, whether it's a crypto coin or a stock, the value of the stock or the crypto goes up, right? It's pretty simple. So supply and demand. So as what happens with these big investors is they put so much money in, they can move the price. So what happened with Dogecoin is on Friday, and Elon Musk is usually my boy, but he's messing around, right? So Elon puts out a tweet about Dogecoin to the moon, right? So as soon as Elon does that, the institutions know that Elon moves these coins, right? So notice Elon hasn't bought Dogecoin. He just tweets about it, right? It's not like he went out and bought 1.5 million worth of Bitcoin like he did. That was in the news. He just tweets about Dogecoin and to the moon, and it's going to do great. So what happens is the institutions put their money in. So Elon tweets, the institutions put their money in, it rises, right? I'm doing this actually on my computer right now. So it was at like 25 cents, 24 cents. Actually, it was even lower than that. It was around 17 cents, right? Elon tweeted it, spiked up to 29. It came down a little bit to like 25. And then the hype machine got started. Everyone's like, look what's happening to Dogecoin. It's going up, it's spiking up, right? So the investors are in, they got their money in. Then what happens is me, you, and other retail investors, and everyone's put, oh, look at it's going up. Let me start buying it, right? And that's what happened. It got all the way up to 43 cents on the 16th, right? And it was floating around. It went down to like 35, but it was up at like 37. And then what happens is once it spikes like that, so those investors, those people with the hundreds of millions of dollars who got into like 16, 17 cents, they pull their money out, right? Your money, okay? Because they took their profit, and then it comes down, right? And so that's what happens. Go ahead.
So now that I completely understand that concept, right?
Yeah.
How and when is anyone to say though? When the party is over type shit. Like, okay, yeah, so maybe you saw it spiked at 43 cents, right? And if the whole essence is to not get FOMO, right, which is to buy in while it's going up. But while you're seeing it going up, you see people saying it might get to $1, it might get to $5, shit like that, right?
That's the FOMO. So, those are FOMO lines. Those are FOMO lines. Oh, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. Like, no. You wanted to be in. You're asking when should you get out? You should have been already in Dogecoin when it was on the 13th at 7 cents.
Exactly, and I was, and some of us were. But what I'm trying to say is, for those of us that were in already, but we weren't in for a lot, or whatever it may be.
Gotcha.
Right, and we saw that it whatever X on the 16th, but we didn't pull out like per se the big millionaire motherfuckers did, right? That actually make that shit go down. But now you still have the remnants of people like us. Are we the AKA hodlers or whatever? I think that's what they call us. I'm learning some lingo in this shit, right?
Right.
But all right, so now like, cause I'm still in there. I didn't sell. I saw that I had made profit that day, and I was like, oh shit, I should sell and get the money. But then I was like, no. Let me get more. You know what I'm saying? So I just bought some more, right? And even though I know that I shouldn't buy it while it's going down, you should buy it during the dip, which is essentially happening right now. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, when do you realize that the dip and the rise is no longer worth the hustle or the patience? Because I haven't really lost anything significant, right?
Yep.
But the dip now is making it like, all right, like, if Bitcoin dipped, a lot of crypto dipped this weekend, right? That's what me and Bitcoin Boxer were talking about. And stocks are gonna dip, right? And the whole message that we teach people on the no FOMO, right, is that even though your stocks dip, don't touch it. Just buy some more while it's low, right?
Correct. Don't sell it.
So how would you differentiate it in your mind right now when it comes to crypto or this Dogecoin situation? Because again, like I said, I did not sell. I'm chilling. During this dip, I'm halfway thinking I should get a little bit more just because I believe it's going to do it again. You know what I'm trying to say? And then this time around, maybe I'll sell and get the fuck about a Dodge or get the fuck about a Deutsch for a lack of better. Like that shit.
Yeah, I like that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, is that a legit question? Because it's like,
get the fuck up out of this bitch.
All the way. You know?
this Doge bitch. So, okay. There's a couple of strategies and a couple of things to answer your question. Number one, if you're buying, so like I'm not a flipper. A lot of people, if you're trying to buy low and sell high within like a week, and you're flipping in and out and you're getting in and out of things, you can do it. You can try to do it, but there's no way to know because you're gambling on what people are going to do, right? And who knows what people are going to do? You know, maybe Dogecoin would have kept going up. You don't know. But the point being is you need to have a strategy when you buy something. When I buy a stock, I know my strategy of getting out, and it's either going to be a time frame or it's going to be a price. Now, one of the things you can do, a strategy a lot of people will do, is if you have, let's say you had bought at 7 and then it went up to 14, right? What some people will do is they'll take their initial investment out because they doubled it, and they'll take that investment and take it someplace else, and they know what I left in there in that investment is all profit.
Money making money. Yeah,
right? So that way I'm never losing my my initial. I'm never going to go down to 0. So I'll let my profits go.
So how I did it was a lot different, a little bit more greedy, and maybe I'll play myself in the end. But I got faith that this will work out. But I woke up to it going nuts, and I was like, oh shit, right? So I had already done well for whatever I had not anticipated when it came to that silly ass coin. Right?
Right.
When I saw what I got from it, I said, well, shit. I didn't cash it out yet. I just saw the potential of it. Like, well, I made that much. Let me buy that much. Right? So I bought back how much I had made. So it's like the exact opposite of what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, shit. I made that. Let me go put it right back in.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm just hoping that, now that it dipped and shit like that, that it will spike again. And then I don't really trust it. I really don't have the patience nor the time to be playing around with the trading of crypto, even though I see people doing it. It's very interesting. You can buy a lot of cheap crypto one day, and that shit can fuck around and be a boost in your bank account the next day. So would you say, from what you learned, Maddie, that most people should probably just get their bread while they can when it comes to crypto, and you came up on these coins?
Yeah.
Get up out of there? Or like...
Yes, but that's not what they're doing. Is not investing. I don't call that investing. I don't call
gambling.
it. If you're gonna make if you're trying to make money, meaning your weekly money, like paying your bills, playing the stock market, good luck to you, or Bitcoin, or or crypto, or anything. It's there's professional gamblers out there, but there's not a lot of them. It's not easy to do.
Right.
So if you're not going to be that kind of person, then you shouldn't be trying to do short-term flips. You should be doing long-term buys, because in the long run, so the reason why I'm not doing anything in Doge is because in the long run, I don't believe the coin. It's a joke coin. It's unlimited, so it's going to go forever. There's never going to be an end. That can always make more. There's already 2.6 or 2.7 coins out there already for Dogecoin. And it's a meme stock, it's like it doesn't have any intrinsic value to it. So so it's fun to play around with, but it's not something that I feel in 5 years is going to be even around. It'll be like a meme. It'll be like whatever. It's not a real coin in my estimation.
Right.
So you can make money on it, but in the short term. But if I said in 5 years, do I think Dogecoin is going to be anything? I would say no. I mean, even the founder of Dogecoin said it was a joke.
It sounds like it's actually, ladies and gentlemen, the exact opposite of what we're advocating on this show. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like it is like the root of the opposite of what we're trying to show y'all. No FOMO. And I slipped up, so
it's okay.
Laugh at me.
It happens.
I'm human. There's some human messages in there. Let's see what they're talking about before we get over.
Go ahead.
We still got some time. It's only 4:10. So we can probably get back here around 5 o'clock. Give y'all an hour and a half. How y'all like that? Y'all feel like it's a good enough show?
Yo, question for you guys.
No.
No children.
Walking at the kids again.
Your mom and dad are gonna know you're listening unless you hit my follow button, and then that'll hide your.
Get out of here, man! I'm fucking that show with AK. Bro.
On Galaxy, my Galaxy lets me share to TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Look at that Android with the fucking one up.
I might have to go get a Galaxy. I'm getting a new phone this week, so.
No, don't do it, son.
I got it.
Don't do it.
I can't do Apple.
Millie J, I'm about to take my own little trip. Myself, again, going back to New York.
Oh, nice.
And I'll probably do a little live there. Rashad, if it's okay with you, I would like to share my Twitch, because I was live in New York when I was there about a month back, seeing family. showing love to the family. I haven't seen them for years.
Let's try to keep it on point with the show, my brother Antonio. I don't mind anything. Share wherever we got to do it.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna ask you if you have Android, or if you go Android, man, you're gonna invest in what, Samsung or Google?
Well, I have a Pixel phone right now, but I mean, I've had Pixel phone for a while. But
so you're Android right now?
Yeah, I'm already on Android. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a work phone that's an Apple, but I don't use it.
Y'all, let's try to keep it on point with the topic at hand, investments and no FOMO. Whether or not I know we have people coming in earlier, but I try to get those messages out the way just because we only do it for an hour and a half. But that's my man Antonio. We got another one. Let's see what he's talking about before we wrap up the message.
Okay. Call me dumb, but I don't know what the hell FOMO means.
Oh, okay. Fear of missing out. Fear of missing out. Just think of that. You know, so when you're seeing everyone, Dogecoin, this going up, that's going up, that's going up. You're like, man, I'm going to buy something. Why are you buying? Are you buying because something intrinsically happened with the company that you said I'm going to buy? Or are you buying because everyone else is saying it's going up? If you're buying just because it's going up, you are in FOMO right there.
Yeah, man, a real man doesn't have to say no FOMO.
Singer. Deutsch.
Yeah, big up. I try to be funny with that little joke right there. Get the hell out the door.
Go to bed, little girl / boy. I can't tell. You're too young to be on this app.
There you go. Right. Yay, Krula. How you doing?
Out of here.
I like Krula.
No kids allowed. Don't get hit with a buckshot.
Galaxy Note 20 Ultra.
All right.
So back to the show at hand.
All right. So why you should be buying stock or crypto is you should be buying. The best time to buy anything is when you see that the line is flat for a good amount of time. All right. You don't want to buy when it's going up. You don't want to buy when it's going down. You want to buy when it's flat, and there's not a lot of volatility going on.
The name for that, they call that side to side something.
Yes, sideways movement.
Sideways movement. Oh yeah, look at me getting my shit. I'm learning, bro.
Yeah.
This sideways movement, don't be mad. So that's what I'm saying, though. And again, I'm not advocating for us to put money in the Dogecoin. I'm just saying, when you find yourself in a predicament like such, where you know that, damn, I might have, should have, could have, would have, had to, been try to cashed out if I could go back at it. But now, since I'm stuck, but I see a little bit of sideways movement per se where I'm stuck. Where do you give up hope in the sideways movement? Like when it dips again, and then there's more sideways movement at that dip, I guess, right?
Well, no, I mean, you're coming down. Here's the thing: you can't look at the. You're not looking at the like when people say buy the dip. All they're saying is if you have a good company or a good coin that you believe in for 5 years or more, then you're buying the dip because it goes up and down during that time frame. It's gonna go. You're gonna have up and down. I can use Tesla as my example. I've been buying Tesla forever. You know, this dip that we had. You know, I was still up 400%. You know, instead of being up 500%, I was up 400%. So it dipped a little. But I'm buying Tesla for the next 5 to 10 years. So I'm just adding some more money into that investment when it dips. It's not necessarily, but when you're initially investing and you're looking, it's like, okay, what is the reason you're investing in this company or in this coin? You know, if you can't say anything other than, well, it's going up, then that's not a good reason to invest in it. It's not, why is it going up? Why do you believe in it? Why are you making an investment in something? You know, if you were going to invest in a company, you know, if you watch, what is it called? What's the Shark Tank? You know, they talk, they first come out, they give their little, you know, their little spiel. And by the way, if you don't know about Shark Tank, you know, it's actually, each one of those things is really about two to 5 hours, but they just edit it down. And but they give the spiel, but the product in the spiel is like you know, they're like, okay, great, it's a nice product. Tell me about your numbers. Tell me about your sales. Tell me about your where you want to go. Where are you going to be in 5 years? What are you going to do with this money we give you? Like, these are the questions that they're investing in a company. So you're investing when you buy a stock, when you buy a crypto, you're investing. So if you're not asking these questions and you're just willy-nilly throwing your money around, then, you know, you could do it. You could get lucky on that, but, you know, luck and hope is not a good business plan. It's not a good investment strategy.
No.
So
No.
that's all I'm saying.
No. Well, I want to let you know that I've joined the Tesla gang.
Oh,
you fucked me up, bro.
Who?
You definitely fucked me up that episode. You.
What, talking about Tesla?
I'm like, I'm like almost infatuated. I'm trying to get, like, it's not really on my radar right now. I don't have Tesla money, y'all. Like, I don't want to go to this Tesla reach that he's talking about.
Mhm.
But I have been talking Tesla to people that own Teslas now. And, you know, I invested in Tesla. I'm looking right now on my public app. I love this public app. It's kind of dope.
Yeah, I got to check in that. Okay, let me write that down.
I'm gonna send it to you right now. I invested in it. So, you know, I tweeted on the joint because it kind of works like a Facebook. It looks more like Facebook, but it kind of reminds me of Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter on stocks and Twitter on investing. Like, you're not really talking about anything else. You know, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck, bro?" I mean, they're not gonna be like that, but like, if you don't understand that, it's like, come on, man. Like, I have this clearly designed for people that are speaking about things they're thinking about investing in,
right?
And things that you know, it's dope in that regard, right? So I'll send it to you. But yeah, I tweeted on the joint that I've invested in Tesla so that one day I'll be tweeting from my Tesla that my stock's doing fine. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's a good way to put it.
You know what I mean? And like, the shit's dope because it kind of works like Instagram in a way. How like, I looked at my phone like 2 hours later, and it was like, you're getting noticed. 1,000 people have seen this post, and I'm like, you're not really on that shit for that type of effect, but
right.
It does have that. It says you can't really find it after it tells you that, though. It's weird. It's not. It's like it tells you, Maddie, your shit's popular, but then after it tells you that, and you look for any indication of how that is so, you don't know. You're just like, huh? Like, fuck.
Right. Yeah.
But I'll send you an invite right now so you can be a friend of mine. If y'all already
Absolutely.
know about Public App, by Rashad Radio on that joint, trade stock advice. Like we do on No Fomo. This is episode 4 with Matty Watch, man. Make sure y'all follow and subscribe. He's going to get his button pretty soon. If it's not there, I forgot. When I was listening to you talk, I was like, what do you mean? You need to get his button. It's coming.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Get his button. The content's going to change drastically, I believe so.
Yeah. And so when you're so one of the I like to use Tesla as the example just because I got it up on my screen right now. I mean, Tesla's traded sideways for, I mean, I got the 5-year chart up and it's too short. 2013 it did a jump up from, now this is pre-split, so they did a was it a 4 for, no, it was a 5 for 1, no, it was a 4 for 1 stock split. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, so a stock split is it's actually a good indicator that the company is doing well. So basically what they said is they say, okay, Tesla shares were getting very expensive. They were at like $1,000 a share, right? So what happens is when people go to invest and they go, look, I only got 1,000, even though fractionals do exist and people should buy fractionals, but a lot of people don't even know what fractionals are or that they exist. A fractional is basically when you buy, you're buying a percentage. Like if I went and bought some Bitcoin, I spent $100 on some Bitcoin. I didn't, you know, an actual Bitcoin is what, $59,000 or something like that. So I just
dropping crucial right now.
Yeah, which is good. That's why I'm buying. But the point being is you're just getting a fractional share. But you have like, I have like 0.0007% of a share. But my $100, but the $100 is going to go up the same rate percentage wise as Bitcoin overall, as if I had a whole coin. So that's what a fractional share is. But most people don't know how to buy fractional shares. So what happens is they look and they say, oh, this stock is too high. I can't afford it. You know, Amazon's $3,000. I don't have $3,000 to invest. I got $100 to invest. I got $1,000 to invest. So So what a company will do is they'll do a stock split. So if you have one share of Tesla and it's $1,000, then if they do well, it was a 5-for-1. So for every one share, now you have 5 shares, but each share is only worth $200. So you have 5 shares, but
I thought all of them were able to get shares on or fractions. Is that something that's not common?
What do you mean all of them are able to get fractional?
Meaning, like, you're buying stocks, isn't that essentially what you're doing all the time? Like, I have a stock in Amazon, and that's all I have is a fraction of the share, right? I have, it says 0.002 something.
Well, that's good because that's what you're doing. But most of the time, I mean, most people aren't buying those shares of stock that are Amazon or whatnot. Most, like, if I buy Workhorse today, it's $13. I don't need a fractional share.
You're saying they're not doing it because they think the price is so high, and it's like, I can't. Why would I buy that? Well,
what happens is, so new investors that come in and say, I'd like to buy, see, like, they don't know, like you just said, oh yeah, I bought a fractional share, it's normal, but that's not what most people think. A lot of people, they look and they say, oh, it's $1,000 a share. I don't have $1,000. They don't know that they can buy fractional, so they just don't buy Tesla stock. They go buy something that's cheaper.
I jumped ahead, y'all. I'm showing off, y'all. I jumped ahead. I'm ahead of the glass right now, y'all. No, I get what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Most
so what?
Don't, and that was most people too. So I don't know how that changed. What's that? Is that my phone? Okay, there it goes.
Yeah. So what the company does?
I don't know how that changed, but eventually I started believing in buying in the chunk of what you have. I believed in the company.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just that people don't know. So what a company will do is they'll do, like I said, so they do that stock split. So now the shareholders have 5 times as much stock, but people coming to the market and say, instead of saying, oh, I can buy Tesla at 1,000, I can buy Tesla at 200. I can do that. That's why they do splits.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So what happens though is, you're still buying the same thing though, is your one share that you're buying, one share at 200 is pre-split would still be a fractional. You're really buying 1/5 of a full share, but now the company just said, okay, a full shares, we're just going to give everyone 5 times as many shares, and to bring the price down, so people, when they come in, they'll buy the stock. So that's a reverse. So companies only do that when their stock is doing really well. If their stock is doing really well and they feel like the stock's going to do well in the future, then a stock split, if you hear that a company is doing a stock split, then that's a good thing. It means that they believe their stock's high, they want more investors, and they believe it's going to go up more. Because Tesla went up immensely after the split. I mean, it split at 250 and now it's up to 700 again. So it's 3 times itself after the split.
Isn't it like a good indication also when you're on these apps, when you're on these things, checking stocks? We're back to the stocks. We're not all who are like kind of correlating into crypto, but like, isn't it a good indication? Like, if you believe in Amazon, which I do, because I'm taking a course to become, some IT type of certificate. I mean, certified, smart motherfucker. Don't worry about all that. I gotta get off these stereotypes to make that shit happen. But that's my IT issue. So I believe in Amazon. I believe in Nike. I believe in Apple. I use all Apple products for my fucking production and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I believe in Tesla because I want a Tesla whip. Maddie just made me infatuated with that shit. So to me, it is nothing. It makes sense because that belief is real. Like when people are like independent artists like myself, you don't believe in me, you don't support me. That shit's real because we can tell that you support these other things. You don't even know. You probably haven't invested in half the other shit that y'all be supporting, walking around with Nike this and Gucci that and whatever the fuck you be doing. You ain't even invested it. You might as well.
Right.
You believe in it so much, you're gonna buy it for the rest of your life. So yeah.
Buying some Nike stock is going to make you more money than buying some Nike sneakers.
Yeah, man. And then like when you're buying your Nike sneakers, right? In my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Don't you feel as if you kind of paid yourself?
Yeah. Well, you're a shareholder in the company.
So, I'm not going to buy, and not to say that you have to buy stocks and stuff that you buy, but that's kind of like an easy recipe for myself, at least, and then the part that I was trying to get to was that when you get to Robinhood or public, where I just sent you the link to, or whatever it is, stock exchange that you're using, you can see their daily, monthly, weekly, yearly bar. You know what I mean? Little graph. And like, if you see that shit's on the up and up and you believe it's gonna be on the up and up, like you believe, you ain't have to go with the FOMO feeling. Like you just already know that you can't wait to get that Tesla, you can't wait to get that new iPhone. Isn't it a good indication that if you see that shit's going up, then you're making the right decision?
Yeah, I mean, you should make that decision. So like I was saying with Tesla. So Tesla in 2000, I got it right here on the screen here. 2013 it took off and it got up to, I'm going to say, so these are post split numbers. Okay, so it was everything's in the post split number. So it was like $38 a share in 2014. In 2015 it was $44 a share. In 2016 it was $46 a share. So years. 2017 it was 51. 2018 it started to go up, it got up to 70. 2019 it was at 60. So if you started buying Tesla, that's 6, 7, 8, 9 years that you were just sitting around with this stock, gradually going up. And now today that $60, $70 stock is $900, $800, so you have to you don't want to be there when it spikes. You want to be there before it spikes. And whenever you get in, whenever you get in, understand, like if you're getting into Tesla or Bitcoin, like I got into Bitcoin just 2 days ago, bought my first Bitcoin, right? And I keep calling Bitcoin crypto, and I keep forgetting the difference. I don't even forget the difference, but I say Bitcoin meaning crypto. But I bought some Bitcoin, and because I understand, I was doing some research on it. Coinbase went public. That's actually the reason I bought the Bitcoin, is because I saw Coinbase went public, so I bought Coinbase.
It gave you more faith in it. Gave you more faith in it.
Yeah, and then I bought the Bitcoin. Now I don't know if it's going to go up or down. I know in 5 years, because I started studying all the things that are going on with Bitcoin. Tesla's buying, allowing you to pay for things with Bitcoin. I've seen a number of other companies have started to do this. The U.S. government has a USD coin, so they can tax you. So it's going to be something that they're on. I'm like, all right, so this is going to be a legit thing. So what do I see happening in the next 5 years with Bitcoin? Not what am I see. And so I bought in, and it went down. I don't even care. I don't even know what it's at. I mean, I think it's this.
It went down, but I don't care. I'm gonna buy some more.
Yeah,
you know what? Before we go further, it looks like we have a question for you.
Go ahead.
You know that I read that. I can read it. But I'll just let it be heard.
Go ahead.
Super fan question.
Wait, so is that a thing? Do you need to have 1,000 followers in order to get the subscription button? I didn't know that.
No, it's not. It's not a thing.
Well, here's what I've noticed through my research. I have not seen anyone with a subscription button who's not verified under 1,000 followers.
So maybe this is the thing. I changed my whole thing. Yeah, it is the thing.
But now I'm gonna.
I don't know what it is.
I'll go against it now, because I did find one exception to the rule. That was Sister Crystal. She was like 890. So it might not be a hard fact. I just in my mind, I feel like if I'm at 1,000, I can go to stereo and be like, I got 1,000, and I'm making good stuff.
Yeah.
Give me the damn button.
Bitcoin told me to send an $8 stereo. I'm gonna send them to a stereo. I'm gonna send them a holla stereo. Be like, yo, stereo, I rock with you. My favorite app. You know what else? Maddie Watch. That's my favorite guy. Bitcoin box. And they need check marks and this and that. See, I don't know if I have any cool.
Yeah, we just found out they have a Discord themselves. Stereo has a Discord with a bunch of influencers in there and creators.
I don't have Discord. I need to figure out how to do all that shit. I do feel like a boomer when it comes to that. It's funny because I usually am smooth and savvy when it comes to this shit, so I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. Let's get this other message though before we get too carried away.
My Twitch is LocoBoy18, LOCOBOY 18. Space XE, capital EXY. But topic at hand, don't forget to subscribe to my boy W.I.S.E Radio and follow Maddie W.I.S.E.
Man, he's a better. He's a better promoter than I am. I forget to promote.
Hey,
Whatever.
sorry, man. We got our fans doing that shit. Appreciate that. Appreciate the taps on the screen. Fire looks good. Share that shit if you're new. If you just got here, make sure you follow Matty Wash. This is Rashad Radio speaking. Do this shit called No Fomo every Sunday. On episode 4 right now, we're talking about a lot of different things. Don't let Matty Wash take the microphone. We get up out of here in the next 20 to 30 minutes. Please share the show. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. So yeah, so have your investment strategies. Here's the thing: when you only have a certain amount of money anyway, so you can't get all crazy about other people doing other things and making money here and there. I mean, there's thousands of stocks, there's thousands of cryptos. Like I had inadvertently put my man Super High Man onto Digicoin. Because I'm investing in a stock called Humble, HUMBL, HMBL, right? And they're going to be using Digicoin. So he went and bought Digicoin. I bought the stock. So the stock, the Humble just put out their app on Friday, but because the stock market's closed, the stock hasn't jumped because of it, but the Digicoin tripled. So he was calling me all excited on Saturday. I told him about that.
Well, from what I've heard, I mean, from you and Bitcoin Boxer,
what, the Digicoin? Oh, or Super High Man.
Bitcoin Boxer told, yeah, Super High Man. Bitcoin Boxer told him to get Engine Coin apparently, and he came up on that shit like big time. Same way I just came up with a tip. I see you, Dr. Bay. Appreciate you. Nice, man. Appreciate the tip. Yeah, do know that you can tip my man. Oh, you can't tip Matty Wash just
yet. Can't tip me yet. Nope.
You do. You know what I mean? Like, we out here, you know what I'm saying? We aren't really, like, dependent for this stuff, but so it's a very nice gesture, and we're going to figure out a way to give it back in certain ways, like where you can earn and learn, because that's what the directive is. I know there's a lot of music and a lot of sound effects that are associated with Shop Radio, but on Sunday, I kind of get it down rounded for the week that's ahead of me. I actually look forward to Monday as if I'm, like, about to get it. That's what I feel like y'all should feel like, too. And you might feel like it even more so when you're empowered, and educated with things like stock and wealth investment education that you can get right here. You can follow Matty Wash.
Yep. And yeah, let me see. I'm looking at Digicoin now. So the thing is the good thing about, I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing, about the crypto is that it goes 24/7. It's always moved. It's always, that doesn't end. So I guess it's a good thing that you can invest throughout the weekend. But for me, I almost like stocks because then at the weekend I can, like, stop looking. I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. and look and see what the stocks are doing.
It's so funny though, now that you say that too, because you're like, what? Now that you reminded me that yes, you can check in 24 hours, so I just go check mine. Dogecoin is going stupid right now, right? Dogecoin to the moon.
I'm looking up the digital coin right now, and that's up 20% in the last. I don't have a chart here. I should have a chart. Oh, there.
Ethereum's going back up. Ethereum took a big dip, but it's trying to go back up now. I see it.
Here's the 7-day price on Digicoin. So Digicoin, I've been telling people to get because it's tied in with Humble. I probably don't have time to go into it all right now, but my top 5 stock picks right now are Tesla, of course, Humble, Planet 13. That's like, oh.
Yeah, that was the one I wanted you to tell me about. Planet 13. What's the name of that? It's like, what's it? It's like PH something you
it's
said?
PL, hold on, I'll pull it up right now. PLNHF.
I hate how certain apps don't have it.
Yeah, because it's an OTC stock. So this is why you need multiple brokerages. So it's the same thing with like I was talking to Bitcoin really shortly, and I'm like, this is really the Bitcoin boxer. I mean, it's really the investing in the crypto is the same thing. It's almost the same as the stocks. The methodology is the same, and what you're looking at. It's just a matter of what you're looking at and what. But it's the same thing. Like you can't buy certain coins on certain wallets, right? Like you can't buy Dogecoin on Coinbase. So it's the same thing with stocks. Like you can't buy what are called OTC stocks.
Yeah, I can't get Planet 13 on any of the joints I use. I use Cash App,
Yep.
Public,
Nope.
Robinhood, Coinbase.
Nope.
And am I forgetting one in here? No, I can't get it.
Yeah, so Coinbase doesn't do stocks. It's only crypto.
Oh yeah, my bad. That's crypto.
Yeah, anything that's like a newer type of, so like Public, Webull, Robinhood, all those are not real. They're not real brokerages. The way they make money is they basically take your trade and they give you like a penny or two lower than what the actual price is, and then they take your money and then go buy that stock and they take the margin.
Oh shit! I found it on this other joint I forgot I got. Oh shit!
Which one is that?
You know who I got? And it's so funny. So maybe you know about it. You can say boo or yes to this brokerage or exchange, whatever you want to call it. It's called Stash. You ever heard of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard of Stash. So they sell OTCs?
I saw it on Snapchat. Talking about invest in the cannabis industry with as little as $1. I want to say that's really what got me started.
Yeah.
Before I was like putting any money into this shit, I was like, what? I can just do that? And so I got Stash, right? And Stash, like essentially, y'all, I was real cheap with it, but it actually worked out. I had Stash taking a certain amount of money from myself, you know, and stashing it on this app.
Right.
And I wasn't even buying any motherfucking stocks with it, y'all. It was just sitting there on the app. And so like, a couple Christmases, I would like take it out. Like, you know, I got this money right here. Just take this shit out. And I would buy Christmas presents with it.
You were paying yourself first.
And I think I definitely started it off the strength of the cannabis commercial I saw on Snapchat. But anyways, with that being said, I can now buy Planet 13 on the I trust your opinion. So, well, not that he's a financial advisor at all. I just trust his opinion.
Well, here's the thing: is it's a fun thing because that's I do. It's one thing. I don't do a lot of research in the beginning. I do the same thing. I research. I have my top people who I listen to on either YouTube or in their financial sector. And those people, since I believe in them, when they talk about something, I'll start looking into it because they usually will tell me way before it gets big. Like Palantir, like Planet 13, I got in at $1.70, and now it's up to $6. I wish I got in more, but I didn't.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the year. I'm looking at the month has been kind of what we call sideways, right?
Yeah.
Maybe call it a little bit of sideways movement in the month. This week it had a little bit of a dip. But yeah, shout out to Stash where you can fucking get this shit. We got some messages in here from my homie. Talk that talk. Let's see what he's talking about. Fomo, episode 4. And I'm a whole lot more. Shot radio. And my guy, Matty W.I.S.E. Come through, man, yeah, cause I know y'all talking about that guap. Yeah. So I'm trying to get talking about just like I'm Doc B. And the boy about to take off, yeah, fly like I'm Doc G, yeah. I'm falling off so cold, at yeah. Very well. We shot radio, yeah. If you think games, dog, better play the game to win, yeah. Gotta go get it. It's so full, talk that talk, to the show up. My guy James was, and we shot radio. Yeah, break the brought you up on my man. Something you gotta follow that button right there. Probably like Godfather. You know, people be like, stereo, this, that, and the third. Right. I feel like talk that talk is like Godfather, this joint. He has this joint. Watching moves, just connecting all over the place. Big up to my brother. See you out here with the beats, the slaps, raps, promo. Can't be mad at him, man. What my man Antonio doing?
just like Kevin Hurst said, stay in your lane. Stay in your financial lane.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, y'all, it's episode 4. Natty W.I.S. talking to us. I took a little bit of a sidetrack because I wanted to let him know I found Planet 13. You know where we were when we were on that whole.
Yeah. We're talking about well, I could talk about Planet 13 or I could talk about brokerages. That's what you were asking. We were just talking about how it's not a matter of being a bad brokerage or a good brokerage. It's a matter of, does the wallet in crypto or does the brokerage offer the things that you want? You know, like I have three brokerages. I have Webull, I got Robinhood, and I have E-Trade. All right. Doesn't necessarily mean those are good or bad or the best or not. Those are just the ones I use because Robinhood is the one that gives me fractional stocks. By the way, if you check out my YouTube, I have a YouTube on this, like explaining like the different things you want to have. So you can pick different brokerages, but here's the things you want to have. Like you want to have some kind of brokerage that gives you fractional shares, so you can buy fractional shares. All right. So right now with Robinhood, that's what I'm just buying. All my Tesla stock that I'm buying in Robinhood right now. Like I buy 200 here, I buy another 100 there. When I have some money, I just throw it in there, and I'm buying fractionals on Robinhood. But I can't buy fractionals on Webull. I can't buy fractionals on E-Trade. So that's what I use it for. But Webull, I can start trading at 4 a.m. So if something happens, so for example, like I don't know, some announcement comes out on a Friday night after the market closes, I can't do anything on Robinhood or E-Trade. But at 4 o'clock in the morning, I can buy it on Webull before the market opens. It's as early as I can personally buy it. So that's what I have Webull for. I have it there for that. A lot of companies will do things on Friday night after the market closes specifically for that reason. So it doesn't affect the market price. So it doesn't affect their share price that much. It doesn't send it tumbling. So they tell you things after the market closes. So that's why I have Webull, just so I can get in early the next day if I want to. They also do late night after hours.
You've always been championing people ever since I've heard you. So I know you.
Yeah, well, it's the only one that does it.
I would think that's why you would like crypto eventually because of the way that it's 24 hours. We're not going to get sidetracked.
Yep. No, I mean,
I can do that. Like, wouldn't you like it? One thing I did remember for sure. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, good.
Another show. You said you look forward to Mondays because of the fact that the market's back open, and you hate Fridays because of the.
Yes. So what I'm understanding with what I'm starting to understand with crypto is the research that you do is the white pages that they have. So and again, I only have so much time in my life. That's kind of why I stick to stocks, because I can't read about every stock and about every crypto. Like, come on, what am I going to do? So I pick the ones I like, and then whatever else happens, it happens. But so going back to the only reason that's why I said Webull is just because of that after hours. So you wouldn't have to worry about that in a crypto type of thing. You don't have to worry. That's not one of the criteria you need. Mostly with crypto, you're just looking for wallets that are safe and that I guess you can stake in, and also that you can and that has the coin that you want to buy. So like if I'm on Coinbase, I can't buy, like we just saw that you could actually short Dogecoin on a wallet called FTX. So I might be doing that coming up soon. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, so you're just looking for the brokerages that are like able to do the things that you want to do. So the reason I have E-Trade is because E-Trade allows me to buy OTC stocks, which are over-the-counter stocks, which are penny stocks. So you can't buy penny stocks on Robinhood or Webull or the other ones. So that's what you're looking for.
Find out you can buy it on Stash, y'all. And that's probably what the advertisement, if I read the whole thing, is talking about. It's like you can invest with as little as $1 in cannabis. They're probably saying in these penny stocks, OTC joints, right?
Well, what I'm going to guess that Stash was doing is they are probably, so each brokerage, they want your business, right? So they have certain things that they'll allow and they won't allow. So Stash, I don't know if Stash does all OTC stocks, but they might do every kind of weed stock.
Yeah, I didn't even know. So search companies and ETFs. I didn't even know. It's just so funny. I was using stats strictly to hold some bread in it, and then I used these other ones that were more popular to
Right.
invest in. And I just searched y'all for this Planet 13 that he's always talked to me about, and I got it.
Well, see if so I'll be able to tell you right now. See if you can find Humble on Stash, HMBL. If you can, then that means it's allowing you to buy OTCs. If you can't, then it's just weed OTCs, most likely. That's what I'm thinking.
HMBL?
Yes.
HMBL. I was hoping that you said something else, but no, there's no HMBL.
Yeah. So Stash is basically it's promoting. So just like I said, like FTX is a wallet that I wouldn't use, but the only reason I'm going to use it is because I could short Dogecoin in it. So Stash probably their niche is saying, hey, you can get every kind of weed stock that's out there, whether it's OTC or not. That's what's going on.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. See, we're learning on this, John. Right? I'm having a good time. I learn every time I talk to you.
I'm good. I'm scared about the day when I finally don't have any more else to teach.
I don't think so. Because I think it's like the way I look at it, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think it'll be like that. I feel like eventually you just have it to the point where you're gonna make a mass of collective people who now understand your language.
Right.
And then you'll just be like essentially similar in the sense that you guys research on your own, learn on your own at this point, and then we'll be able to have higher caliber conversations because you know what I'm saying? Like you weed out the people who are just here to like, some other shit, and you'll be like, yo, bro, I can now speak your language, and what about this idea?
Sure.
And it might actually propel people further. That's kind of like how I look at a lot of things. Similar to each other. You know what I mean? Right now, we're looking to be similar to you in a sense where we can have this knowledge and maneuver in a way that is similar to Matty Wash. I love MattyWash.com. Make sure y'all check him out. Make sure you follow my guy. You know what I'm saying? Tear it up on the screen. Y'all 7 people in here. We get out of here pretty soon. Got a message in the building. But like, yeah, I feel like that's the idea, dude. Like, you won't run out of stuff to tell because to me, it's like how hip hop is for me, where I will always be able to just speak it and talk it to people. And I feel like to you really like this shit. So like you keep looking it up, you hit me with the info, almost borderline trolling me on some told you so shit when you hit with the dudes, like, what you gotta say about this shit, motherfucker? But like that just shows me that like you kind of wake up and digest that stuff normally, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's good because that means you're not fake, you're not phony. I don't have none of that cap shit on Rashad Radio. I have people that are really about what they're talking about. And if people really are going to tune in and really appreciate what you're talking about and aspire to get to that level of understanding and comprehension and maneuvering, I keep using that word, but that's what they're going to do. And so it won't be like you run out of stuff to talk about, bro. If anything, you're just going to have a little bit more of an enjoyable conversation and feel like you grazed like some pups or whatever. You know what I mean? Who knows? That's how I look at it.
Gotcha.
Who is Andrew Hunt? He's following us. He's got hashtag Bitcoin in his tag.
All right.
We got Andrew Hunt in the building. Let's see what he's talking about.
Evening, guys. Hope you're all good. I've just flicking through, seen your show. Rashad, hope you're good, mate. Don't know if you guys use, so on Binance, I think you can short as well. Doge, if you use Binance. And it's a good exchange as well. And also, if you're looking for your stocks and that, maybe TradingView will tell you where you can buy certain stuff. And definitely on TradingView, you've got a screen there where you can have a look through and just filter out coins or tokens that are on certain exchanges that you use. So that's quite handy.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, I think with Binance, I don't think you can. The only place we were able to find that we could short Dogecoin was this FTX. I'm pretty sure it's FTX was the wallet. And I feel like with Dogecoin, as I've already told you, it had the momentum from Elon's tweet, and it went up, and then it came down again. I feel like on 420, it's going to go up again, and after 420, it's gonna come back down. That's my feeling. Just because I think the people who are getting those short-term gains, the big people who are pushing those this coin. Because here's the thing, Bitcoin said it too in his show. Is Elon tweets about this stuff and drive, because when he drives up the price of Dogecoin, the price of Bitcoin goes down, and then he goes and buys Bitcoin.
Right.
So,
Right. I see what you're doing over there, Elon. I'm gonna do it too. I'll buy me some Bitcoin right after I get off the phone with y'all. This is episode 4 of No Fomo. We're winding down to the crunch time for y'all. So if you want to like get your message off, you want to follow, you want to subscribe, you want to clap, you want to do all that stuff, do it right now before you have time until next week to do it. But listen, another thing I want to talk to you about that as we get further into this, you do get your subscribe button. We might have to make it so that people can't just. Now, I looked at one of my shows, bro. They had like 500 listens after the fact.
Yeah, that's something.
So that was only because it was hurting somebody, but that's not typical of my shit.
Right.
But that's just because we've been, stereo has kind of been spoiling a lot of us with this connection that we now have. And for what it's worth, man, the subscription is a funny thing to finesse, but we want to make sure y'all understand the worth of what you're hearing for. Like, you can learn. I definitely learned with Bitcoin Box. I'll learn with Manny Wash. And we're gonna all learn together, and it's worth our time. We ain't here just wasting your time. And when you spend money, that's what Bitcoin was saying. So you spend that investment, you're more likely to pay attention.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's another reason why I bought some Bitcoin finally, because I'm like, if I have money involved in it, then I'm gonna at least pay attention to. I'm gonna learn it a little bit. So even and yeah. While we're talking, I'm just looking over Planet 13, this dispensary. This dispensary is ridiculous. It's if you have a cannabis store, it's basically just a dispensary, and it's in Vegas right now. There's one in Vegas, there's one in California. They have over 500 people working in this one store. There's a lot of people to work in a cannabis dispensary. That's how big this thing is.
Right now, I'm looking them up and see what type of information I can find about them.
If you go to
I love how
planet13lasvegas.com is their website. The thing is, when they when that company when the legalization, when they are able to ship across state lines, because that's the thing right now, you can't. Once that happens, they have all.
Cannabis industry's gonna go nuts.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go nuts.
And these guys are poised. They have so many like branding brands. Like they just have branding on their stuff already. So it's they're pretty good to go. So, and they're already going up, and they got a ton of money on their books. They're debt free right now. So that's the anyway, you'll see. Buy a couple of those. Only $6.
Right
$6, $7.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm with it. I'm on it. We there. This is No Fomo episode 4, yo.
Right.
Hey, my son's out there. He don't know nothing about this investment stuff. I'm boring him with this. It's a good Sunday out here on the East Coast. If you enjoyed the show, like I said, make some noise. I see Millie J. Green swinging through. Appreciate all the comments you gave me. Sin Slap came through. Okay, Google. Lovely L Vessel, Out of Order. These are names I've never heard of before. I would love for y'all to weigh in. But if you want to wait for the Talking to Strangers episode to do that, so be it. But just know that a lot of this shit you see going on right now on Rashad Radio is scheduled and fucking consistent. I rock with dudes that are fucking giving me that real content, or ladies that are giving me that real fire, that real fucking content. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no fluke shit when you swiping through and you land here. You got that real deal Holyfield. You think you deal me? Hey man, I said enough, bro. You want something to say before we get up out of here?
No, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm still open and free to. So like when you were talking about before with people getting on their levels for that's what I want to make my course about. I want to make my course like teach all the basics and stuff, and then my Discord, when people are subscribed, I'm gonna be on that Discord so we can go in and have people who already know the words, know the language, know what we're talking about, and then get some people making some money with bringing in the ideas of different stocks and why they're buying it, different coins and why they're buying them. So that's where we're going. That's my plans here. So thank you everyone for here's early.
message before we get out of here. It's only right to hear from Superfan MJ Chisel.
I'm smoking a fat ass blunt right now. Bye, Rashad Radio. Ciao, Maddie. Que tengan un feliz domingo.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, actually, Maddie, I will listen to you and Venus in a little bit. I know you're about to go back on, so.
Yep.
When
I'm gonna try to talk to you, Millie J, after Venus. I gotta put a hard time stop on Venus. They just did, her and Leonard the Guy just did a 15-hour show yesterday. I can't be dealing with that. 15 hours. Yo, me and Super High Man we did a what's it called? The Falcon and Winter Soldier. We do that shit. We do a show about that each week on Saturday. I hadn't watched the show yet, so around 2:00 they went on. I don't know when they went on, but around 2:00 I went on stereo. I saw them there. I was like, all right, I got to go watch this movie. And then I got to do the show with Super High. We did that for 2 hours. I got done. They were still talking. I'm like, damn. And then we just kept going. They kept going all through the night. You know what? Yeah, Leonard got me monologuing once too. He got me at like this Canadian. I don't know if you know Leonard, but he's very good at letting people talk. He would be good to get the bad guys monologuing because he had me going for like 4 or 5 hours. There you go.
15 hours. I know, I saw that. I was like, oh, shit. If you can't, it's totally cool. I'm probably going to be lazy in a little bit anyway. My cousin told me to watch a show on Netflix called The Barrier. So I'm probably going to do that while I puff.
No, Millie J. You're going to be my excuse to get off with Venus. So you know, don't do that. Watch it now. Don't listen to our show, and then be ready for me to call you afterwards.
Here we go.
Stay out, Mom. I'm here. I'm ready. Millie J, what up, baby girl? Baby girl. Yeah, we did a 15-hour show. What's wrong, Maddie? What's wrong? We did a 16-hour car ride. Same thing, man.
No. It is not the same thing. I slept during that car ride for a long time.
Big up to Pharaoh Jr. I saw you come through, gave me a follow. You know what I'm saying? We much appreciate that shit. Yeah, I mean, Sujan Chowdhury, I don't know if I said your name wrong. Venus Alexis Wayne through. I hope y'all have a good show as well.
Thank you.
Do the Fam Bam thing, y'all. So I'm up out of here. It's about 5 o'clock on the Eastern side. Make sure y'all follow Rashad Radio so you don't ever miss another fucking live show. Like I said, we do this shit on Sundays. I got other shows to look forward to, like the House of Hip Hop, Talking to Strangers, No Fomo, and Bitcoin Money. The Big Deal Me. Matty Watch. It's always been a good time, man.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate your time as always.
Yeah, man. You already know. I'll talk to you later on the text, right?
For sure. All right.
All right, y'all. Peace to the audience too, man. Oh, that's not the button I meant to hit though.
There it is.
All the buttons
there you go. You're killing little kids on the way out.
Yeah. Peace out, man.
All right, talk to you soon, Rashad.